Hey, good morning, guys. Got something a little different I'm working on today. Got an old, it's an 88 to a 90 EZGO golf cart. And I got this thing several years ago, like 15, 17, 18 years ago. And it was wore out then. I had to take the motor apart. It was bored out, change the piston and everything. So anyway, it run pretty good back then. And then it was kind of put to the side and wasn't used for a long time. So last year, I got it out, started using it again. But now, got a problem with it. And I think it's the starter generator on this thing. It won't, when you try to start it, it won't spin. It just barely turn. And I've checked a lot of the wiring and your forward road switch and everything, and a lot of stuff, and I think it's that starter generator. So I'm trying to get that off today and carry it down the road to a place and have it rebuilt, or if they can't do nothing with it, I'll just have to order a new one. So that's what we're working on, see what happens there. I'm going to see if I can pull this bed off of this thing. First of all, so I can get to everything, and then I might actually even put it on my left and raise it up. I think I need to take these bolts out right in there, slide this bed off, and this bed is heavy. Yep, got that out. One more to go. Sorry about that. We got it out. Yeah, this thing's heavy. Okay, kind of exposes what we got here. So I got to get this off right here as best as I can. It's not a good way to jack this thing up, from what I see here. Looks pretty stable. Now, I think I had this thing looking at it one time before, and let me get my light. Where's my light? And the problem is, I think there's this part broke off right there. And this thing would not come out. And I had about determined that what I was going to have to do was pull all this out. Well, I don't know. I'm going to look at it. So I'm going to pull the whole motor assembly and everything out. I think you take these 4 bolts out. I took the 2 in the back, took them out. Take these 2 out right here and get that whole back out. Now I think if I take my muffler out and undo my connections back here to my carburetor, that it should be able to lift the motor out. The motor should out. Muffler over there. Oh man, this needs to come out. We still undid that when I was underneath. Okay, it's unbolted. Well, I thought it was unbolted. Got, it's like a brace coming from here. Now let's do it this other way. Oops. Okay. So we got to undo a bunch of wires, a couple of hoses. Some of this I'm filming just so I remember how it goes back together, but just got to unplug some of this stuff, undo my throttle cable, my gas line to my carburetor. Got to, this is going to the coil, unplug this stuff. I got a ground here, and this, I have to undo some of this stuff over here, ground here to that, and then pull all this out together. Okay, I'm having in my mind that I hooked this from the front and that'll just start pulling up at an angle and I can raise that out. And well, who knows? Let's just see what mess happens here. Okay, and it's starting up. Cleared off the front mounts. Let's see what I have left to hook up. This is the main reason I took this out like this. I need to start a generator out here. But you can see this has a part of the broke ear off here. And I tried to get this bolt broke loose while it was, you know, inside the golf cart. And man, I could not get it broke loose. I even heated it up and let it soak with some stuff, and I'm just thinking it's just froze up so bad. It just, I don't know, I just can't get it out. I heated this thing up. I heated all this up right there, real good as well with that map gas torch. And I'm hoping now my impact wrench might break that loose. Let's see. Nope. Oh man, I hope I didn't break my impact. So I figured out my external speaker wasn't on my GoPro here, so I know the sound quality must be bad on these first videos. Sorry about that. But I'm still, I haven't had no luck getting this bolt to break loose right here. And even on this side right here, you can see that flange right there. I don't know when it got broke off or how long it was broke off. But I cannot get that bolt to break loose at all. And that's a long spacer through here. And if that's rusted up in there over time, I mean, you know, it's like it's welded to it. But if I have to, I'll just break this here out right here. I'm not going to use this. I can break this out right here, cut that. If I can't drive it through with a long rod or something, get that out, I'll just cut it and put me a spacer back in there and get me a long bolt or a threaded rod or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Some things I don't have patience for. You know what I mean? So I got this tube in here that I'm going to try to cut and put in here. And I went to Lowe's, got me a bolt. This is my new starter generator. So I'm going to cut this off here and we're going to weld this in or cut that other out and see how that works. So this is what I'm going to try to do here. I got this piece of tubing. It's kind of like what was in there, and I'm going to weld that over there, tack it over here, and then make sure it's fairly straight, and then kind of fit my starter over there. See what it looks like. Try this again. Okay, got that welded on there. That's some good looking welds. Good looking welds. I know you can see them from here. So I tried to clean up my little motor frame a little bit. Sprayed a little paint on it. Sprayed a little paint on the inside area of the golf cart here. And I'm gonna start putting this back in there. Probably taking way too many pains to save my back. You think? Got 2 jacks, a lift, but man, it's just making it so much easier. I can just jack that up now. Got my brake cable's in the way again. That brake cable is always in the way back there. I'm gonna pull that out of the way if I can. Dang, see? Man, that thing is lining up. Jack up a little more on my little jack. I'm gonna let it down a little more on my lift. How's that? Yep. Got it in there, guys. So I got it bolted, well, I don't have it bolted back in. I got it set in here. I got a couple of bolts in it, and as far as the motor mount bolts. And I've got my wiring hooked up to my starter generator here. Hooked me a battery charger up to it, and it does work. Forward, reverse. So I'll just finish bolting everything up, and I'm gonna get a shorter belt. That belt is always a little bit long. I'm gonna get a shorter belt put on there. So I went and got me a shorter belt. That other belt was kind of wore out. It was just about the end of the adjustment anyway. And I think that I had welded this on here to give that a little more reach on my adjustment for that belt. So I got it snugged up here and to the motor. This thing will spin. No, it don't spin. What's happening? Got something unhooked? Do I? Oh, I forgot that I hooked my switch back up. So now let's see if we got anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think I got everything bolted back up, except I don't have my belt going back here to the clutch, rear end, whatever you want to call it. So I know that battery's gonna be bad. I'm gonna have to give me another battery, but I'm gonna spin it a little bit here and see. I think I had fuel going down to the bottom of the block, which is where the fuel pump's located. So I'm gonna see. It probably spin forever, so. Let's make sure I'm getting spark. Let me take the plug out. All right, see if I see anything. Well, spark. I don't see any kind of starter fluid or anything that'll make fire other than my little gas bottle here. So I squirt a little bit in the hole. Whoops. Way yonder. Way yonder too much. I'm gonna spin it again now. Hopefully, maybe it'll fire long enough to pump that fuel a little faster up to the carburetor. Or it might just be that this gas is so old and dead it ain't gonna fire. So, see what happens. What happened? Oh, my battery charger went off, so we don't have enough juice without the battery charger. Let's see what happens. What? Now, all that wet stuff on top of there is gas. If it sparked off of that thing, I'm going to shove it out of here. I don't want to burn my garage down. Well, you heard it start for a minute. Let me do it again. Okay, let's try it again. Alright, I may have to do my line down there and see if I can get gas down there. So, okay, there wasn't no gas getting down to the fuel filter, so I undid it right there below the fuel filter. I poured some gas in there, and that hose went down to the fuel pump, and let's see what happens. Oh, I don't have the belt on. Don't have the belt on. It's popping like that. But I think I have my fuel picked up now. I don't remember that belt being that loose. But maybe it was. Am I jacked up here? Yeah, I don't want to get run over. It should fall off the jack with the hunt fires. Alright. Look at that bolt loose right there. Let's tighten that up. You know, if it wasn't such an unbelievable huge mess around here, if that battery's dead, I would try to test drive this thing. Hey, guess what? That battery charged up unbelievably. So you know what that means, don't you? We gotta do a test drive. I threw all the wrenches on the workbench, dumped everything off. I don't have my little air cleaner hooked up. I need a board. See a board? Gotta have a seat. So that's just enough to get hurt on right there. So let's see what happens. Hey yo! Come on, I can pump it. Hit it. Okay, so I know it looks bad. So the next thing is to work on this bed and maybe put a little paint on here. Gonna do away with the black. I don't know what color yet. It's gonna be a surprise. I'm gonna put some primer and maybe a little bit of paint on this just to see if I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit with this grinder right here. See what it's gonna do. Just scuff it up. So I'm not going to strip this thing down. I ain't going to take a lot of paint to this old golf cart. I'm just going to scuff it up and spray some primer on it and see how that looks. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna like the orange. It's just not gonna be a good hider, cover, whatever. I may go with like a green. Yeah, the green's gonna cover a lot better. I don't know if you can really tell by the video, but it just looks better than that orange I was putting on there. So let's get it all painted, all the black trimmed out, the bed on, and I might even get the EZGO emblem put right here, or some stickers or something. It'll look a little better. So I got the bed back on it, got the seat pulled over right now, but I'm cleaning up these rear drums, spraying them black. And I've painted one wheel. It's like a metallic silver, but I don't think I like it that bright. I'm gonna clean up this other one. I have a gray that's a little duller, so I'm experimenting with my wheels here. So I don't like that. That is too silver. I don't like that. I like this better. You can tell a little bit of a difference. This is a little more dull, a little more gray, and that is this. So I like that better. Well, that's all we're gonna do for now. I may do some more to it later this fall or this winter, but I gotta have another can of paint. It's a little thin places in front here and side, but seems to be running all right. And yeah, I mean, I need this thing around here. So, it's another project kind of done here at Slowshedgarage. Appreciate you guys watching, and please subscribe, man. It helps. Got about 400 subscribers, and man, I'd love to get to 1,000. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe.